Actually, what we have to have in mind is that there are two different roles for a bank. The first one is what you are doing on your own operations, and the second one is what you are actually financing. Let's start with the first role, what you are doing on your own operations. And if you remember, Mahatma Gandhi used to say that if you want to change the world, you start with yourself. And what we've done in Piraeus Bank almost 20 years ago, we started with our own operations. We approved via a board of directors a new environmental policy back in 2004, and that was a very strict and well-detailed framework for our environmental operations. And since then, a lot of things have been done on what we have done. To mention two things only today, we have managed to reduce CO2 emissions by 42% per FTE, and we have the entire electricity consumption coming from renewable energy sources. So this is what we are doing on our operations. What we are doing on our everyday business regarding financing, we've been the first and the #1 bank in terms of financing renewable energy sources, meaning that almost 1/3 of the installed capacity in our country in Greece have been financed by Piraeus Bank. We introduced first in the market the sustainability-linked loans, and today we have almost 700 million euros in this kind of loans. And we've been the first bank in Greece that formulated and participated in the formulation of the responsible banking initiative under the United Nations initiative. That's so far. This is an entire journey. And that said, we started many, many years ago, and today I think we are on the middle of this journey. Despite the fact that there are a lot of things that have been done, we have a lot of room, to improve ourselves and our clientele. And what we see is that there is a big difference between the scale of the companies and the sectors, meaning that there is a different maturity phase that each company in each sector has on green financing. So beyond of financing renewable energy sources, except from giving premium to our clients via sustainability-linked loans, we have introduced 5 years ago, we have introduced a platform, we call it 360 funding, where our client can find a lot of material that has two angles. The first angle is that they have a lot of material of educating and training themselves on the ESG front and especially on the green elements. And the second one is what are the opportunities provided by the multilaterals, meaning EBRD or other organizations, that can be utilized in order to get green financing. The third one I think that is important to mention is that the bank, Piraeus Bank, has introduced the green transition plan, meaning that all of our forces will be utilized in order, to facilitate our clientele to get more closer, if you allow me, to a green and sustainable financing. As said, there is a different phase on maturity of the clientele. And I remember some years ago, let's say 10 years ago, when we were discussing with some clients about ESG issues and green financing, it was like discussing something that is luxury or something that is more of a trend rather than a need. I think we are not anymore at this stage, and hopefully we have become, all of us, more wise on this front. And let's have a segmentation on the clientele. The large corporates have been forced, if you allow me, by the regulators or the markets to be more, let's say, ESG familiar, more ESG compliant. The small and medium companies, it depends a lot on the sponsor, on the main shareholder, meaning that if we were discussing about a family-run business, it's more difficult to find these ESG or these green elements on their day-to-day operations. And this is exactly what is the opportunity and the responsibility of the banks and the banking system, because you don't have only the responsibility of what you don't finance, but you have a major responsibility of what is your choice of financing. And we have to move from not to do harm, let's say, approach of the positive impact of any financing that we are doing. And I think this is the great opportunity for the banks, and with support of the multilaterals, in order, to facilitate the clientele. And I'm referring to not only on what you are choosing not to finance, but actually what you are choosing to finance. And there is a need for transforming our mindset as bankers from not to do harm to have investments in having a positive impact in the society and the environment, and not only in the economy. For Piraeus Bank, the next decade is what we call sustainable banking. And sustainable banking is part of the responsible banking. So we have all bankers have to change our mindset, our culture, and move from the focus on a single bottom line result, that is profitability today, to the three bottom line result, which are the 3 Ps, meaning planet, people, and profitability. Thank you.